Now I know a lot of you are probably surprised. A lot of you are probably really surprised to be seeing my face on this channel again, as you thought you never would. Now I'm sure there are questions following that, questions such as, where have you been, and what are you doing back here? Well, let me start with the former. I was enjoying myself. You know, I was freed from all the nonsense and the chaos that this channel had become. And I thought, I'm going to take a trip. So I spent a lot of time in Europe. I was out in Paris, Lyon, Chambéry, Nice, even went out to Rome. And after a while, I thought to myself, I wonder how Nelson is holding up the channel. And much to my surprise, when I looked, it was damn near nothing. All I saw was Nelson's least favorite thing about this channel, bickering. Nothing about wrestling, just bickering. On top of that, there's this new, I don't even know what Sinister calls it, a demon, I think he said. Good for you, how'd that work out? But you know, seeing that, I felt betrayed. Nelson, I believed that you were the man that could steer this in the right direction. And I believed that by taking everything, it would put you into survival mode where you would do nothing but greatness for this. And I was wrong. All that fire that you showed me, all that aggression, all that desire that you had when you spoke, faded away into thin air. I felt betrayed, I felt hurt, I was angry. But it was one day in Rome, when we went to the Vatican. We saw all of the historical things held back there, even in the Sistine Chapel. And I felt like the angels were speaking to me. I felt like they were telling me there was someone in particular I had to go see. So I went to the tomb of Pope John Paul II. And I sat down there, I held on to this title, clasped my hands together, and I said, Pope John Paul II, I don't know what to do about this situation. I want to retaliate. I want to go back to the States and slap some sense into Nelson. What should I do? And almost as a vision, he came down to me and he spoke. He only said one word, but in very Pope John Paul II fashion. He leaned over, put his hands on my shoulders, and he told me, forgive. Now at first that took me by surprise, because I had no intentions on forgiving. But I went back to the apartment we were staying at. I sat there and I thought about it. And I realized he was right. Forgiveness is the best choice. So now on to why am I here? That's what I'm here for. I am here to grant forgiveness. Listen to me, Nelson. I want you to look me in the eyes when I tell you this. I am here to absolve you of all the sins you've committed since I've been gone. I am here to pardon you from that jail cell that you've been locked in since I've left. I am here to forgive you. And although I may forgive, I don't forget. I don't forget the feeling of being betrayed. I don't forget the feeling of being let down. I don't forget the feeling of being made to look and feel stupid. So this is my proposal to you. As it seems like a very good time, Clash of Champions is right around the corner. As you claim to be a champion. Because you not only deemed that because I'm gone you're still champion, you tucked your tail between your legs and you ran away. You ran to start an entire new channel. Just like Sinister with these title challenges, how'd that work for you? You ran to start a new channel in hopes to get away from the stigma that you lost when it mattered most. You started that new channel, and how did that go? You quit before you even got a chance to get it off the ground, and you came crawling back to this one. Try to calm down. You came crawling back to this channel and tried to reform it. But still, you did nothing. So, with that being said, I'm challenging you to Clash of Champions. My legitimate title versus your wannabe championship. Now you could do what you did before. You can take your ball and go home like the Sasha Banks that you've been. Or you can step up like a man and lose this challenge. Or hell, you could do what I want you to do and prove me wrong. You can prove that that fire is still in there. You can prove that you still know what's right and what's wrong and where this is supposed to go. You can prove that you are everything that you were supposed to be. Most importantly, and what I want out of all of this, you can prove that before I left, I was right. So when Clash of Champions rolls around, the challenge is simple. Winner take all, and by winner take all, I don't just mean winner takes all the gold. Winner takes control. Because I'm back to put this thing where it should have been in the first place. Winner takes control of this podcast. And the loser, well, that's simple. The loser becomes the winner's bitch, essentially. And now, as this is Clash of Champions, this is just one-on-one, me and you. Sinister has nothing to do with this. If he won, that'd be a different story. But I'll be waiting for your reply. And I do hope to hear from you soon. And I do hope that once again, you don't disappoint me.